Welcome to the 1 year trumpet challenge where I learned trumpet in 1 year. Alright, so looking back at the footage now, I'm just like, wow, like I really sucked and I sounded that bad. Yeah, so like about a week into the challenge, I was practicing and I ended up hitting like a high D, which I thought is insane. Like I had no idea that I did it, but yeah, it's correct. You guys will see. 3 weeks into the challenge, I was practicing very consistently. I was very motivated. I would be practicing like switching in between partials, doing scales. Range-wise, I could hit up to a G, but not consistently. I'd be able to hit it a few times, and then I would just be very tired, and I wouldn't be able to hit it anymore until the next day. I also figured out that if I put the mouthpiece on the side of my mouth, I could play really low, which was really fun to play with. So as I was looking back, I couldn't find like any footage of me practicing for like a whole month. Partly the reason would be because I was very busy during that second month, and I also there was a band Europe trip that we got to go to, and that actually caused me to not practice a lot. I did not practice for a while, but yeah, so I'm just gonna have to skip from the first month to the third month. It's kind of cool that on my third month of playing, I was starting to barely hit like a high C, barely, and it was not clean and did not sound good, but I was starting to grasp it. Interestingly enough, that would become a big barrier for me in the future. Now I'm going to show you guys what it actually took for me to get those skills somewhat down. It's a very, very painful process that, looking at it right now, it's very painful to listen to. At the 4th month mark, I was starting to practice a little bit of jazz. So here's a little bit of jazz for you. I don't have any footage of the 5th month, partly because I went to Mexico, but also I went to a jazz camp for the first time, and I actually got to play on trumpet, so that was my first time playing in a band on trumpet, and it was a very cool experience. So during my 6th month, I was mainly just focused on practicing for a pre-audition for All-State. Unfortunately, I had developed a problem. During my journey of learning trumpet, I didn't have like a private teacher, and I didn't learn from like anyone. I just kind of searched up videos on YouTube and just kind of like learned on my own. And a big issue that I ended up like creating for myself was that I would put a lot of pressure on my mouthpiece to play high notes, and it's something that you may have noticed at the video, but it's going to become a lot more noticeable in the future. And it became very noticeable to me that I felt like I was almost passing out after playing high notes, and I felt that my mouth would be very tired, and it became an issue, and it set me back a lot. However, I was able to play up to a high C, high D quite consistently until I got too tired to play it, but I could get up there. I just had to use a lot of pressure, which is not the right way to do it, by the way. And on the last month not only did I get a buzz cut, but I also felt like I reached a new level of trumpet playing where I could play a high C without using much pressure at all, which was really cool. But yeah, so it's been a long journey learning the trumpet, and I've enjoyed it. I've spent many hours and many hours practicing and just practicing and practicing, but I do think it was worth it, and it's very cool to learn a new instrument, especially because it's a new instrument. It's very different experience, and yeah. Peace out.